Hey everyone, not a long time ago I received a big package from a sponsor. You probably know them by now. To me, they are the best arm wrestling brand out there. I won't repeat myself every time, the quality is top notch. You've got ton of handle options, and on top of that you can have 10% off on all the websites with my code EATON10. Today I'm showing you everything I received, how to use it, and I'm giving you a tier list to know what to buy first. Here are the categories. First category, the starter pack. This is the foundation. If you're just starting out or have only recently gotten serious about training, this is where you begin. These are essential handles. Simple, effective, and they cover the most important angles in arm wrestling. No matter your style, you need these. The second category, advanced beginner. Useful but not urgent. These are very interesting handles, but they require a bit more variety in your training. They're not necessary at the start, but they become super useful when you want to take things a little bit further. Add some variety or target specific handles. If you have a bit of gear and experience, you can start investing here. And the third category, pro, for going further. Now we're talking about more specific handles. Often used to its very precise angles, or avoid training always with the same sensation. This is clearly not a priority if you're new, but if you're deep into arm wrestling, want to push your progress to the max, or just want a ton of variety in your workouts, this is where it makes sense. Let's be honest though, it's also for those with a bit of budget. Let's start with the most important thing if you're a beginner without a club. The table and the pulley. Titan Grip sent me the training table, and honestly it's very solid. The pads are soft and elbow friendly, so no stupid scratch. The pin pads are a bit longer than normal, but most of all, it's the first time that I see a table so easy to carry and assemble. No tools needed, everything's done by hand. It's light and it stays in one piece. That's a dream for arm wrestlers who move around a lot, sparring at friends' place and so on. So why choose the competition table if you can this one for cheaper? Simply because it has the exact same dimension as official competition table. You might think that's a minor detail, but when you're used to official tables, training on something different feels weird. It's just a few centimeters, but that can change everything. So I'm putting the training tables in the starter pack, the competition table in advanced beginner, and of course, if you can afford it, get both. That's what I would do. Even if the dimensions are nearly identical, being able to carry a table in one piece, that's luxury. Oh, and whether it's training or competition tables, there's a super useful feature. Little adjustable fits under the table that keep the table from wobbling. I haven't seen that on any other table, and it's a great touch. Now let's talk about the pulley. No need to overthink this, it's straight into the starter pack. I got the pro version. You can adjust the height, and it changed everything. Yeah, it's 80 euros more than the regular one, but it gives so much more freedom. Even if you're on a tight budget, I recommend this one. For those who never seen one, it's a pulley you attach directly on the table, so no extra space needed. I can even train in my room. You can train all angles from the front. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm gonna try setting it on the sides too. Live discovery with you guys. And yeah, that's actually very cool. You can train like 90% of the moves. The only angles that you can train is from the corner of the table. There is a loading pin included. You add the weights there. What I like is there is a little rubber thing under just to absorb impact, so no stress using it at home, but don't go throwing weight around either. Anyway, it's a must-have. Without a pulley, you'll be missing a bunch of table angles. Now onto a product I really love, the X-Vector Upgrade. It's a device that mimics an opponent arm. You can mount any Titan Grip handle on it. There's one important tip for this machine. You need to attach it this way. If you attach it normally, your elbow ends up on the back of the pad and it feels super unnatural. But this way, it's perfect. So yeah, it's a super cool machine. I even quickly found a specific use for my style. I always use a ton of supination in my cupping exercise. So this machine is perfect for me. It lets me have a neutral hand position and even focus on the top of my hand. Still, if you're a beginner, it's definitely not a priority. It's a great machine, but you can do without it at first. So it goes into the pro category. Quick break to say that 80% of people that watches my video are not subscribed. That's huge. If you like my content, don't hesitate to like, subscribe and comment to help the algorithm. Let's move on to one of the most basic handles. And while writing the video, I realized it's not even at the site right now, probably out of stock. That's a shame because it's really a go-to for inside pulling. I would put that on the starter pack and the Conic one on the advanced beginner. Still, let's talk about them. I was really surprised by the build quality. Just holding it, you can tell it's solid. I'll even compare with another brand. The Titan Grip one is smaller but heavier. The frame is really well designed too. It's round so you don't scratch yourself, and I even added a little piece to elevate the handle. It's little detail like that that shows that the brand really think about their users, who have gone straight into the starter pack. Now this is the next one. I really didn't think I'd use it. It seemed more like a fun gym toy, but now I use it before every training to warm up. Let's be clear, it's not crazy useful for arm wrestlers, but I've grown to like it. It's the Forearm Roller, and I've adapted it for arm wrestling. I'm putting it in Pro because it's not essential. Next step, you got a strap for all the outside work. Back pressure, pronation, rising, the most basic equipment straight into the starter pack. Now with the one I just showed you, this one is not very useful. I was gonna put it in advanced beginner, but after using it, it became one of my favorite handles, the T handle. For pronation through the thumb, this is the perfect handle. The feeling in your hand is very nice, and you're not limited just for back pressure, pronation. You can even work the side pressure, so yeah, definitely starter pack. Now these two handles available in different size are pretty similar. One has a metal bar and no strap, the other doesn't have the frame, straps meet at one point. You can strap your hand in, and it's got rubber band for better grip. So which one to choose? The wrist wrench lets you strap your hand directly on the handle, which helps you focus more on wrist flexion than your fingers. You can also train without your thumb, which is interesting too. But since the strap converges to one point, the handle loses a lot of stability, although it also keeps the straps for slipping. That slipping happens a lot with beginners. The strap slips and the handle smacks you in the face. So just for that safety, I'm putting the wrist wrench in the starter pack. As for the iron wrist, I'll put that in advanced beginner. Once you're a little bit more experienced, the strap almost never slips. It's really rare, but this one offers more stability, so you can put more force into your movements. And what about the iron wrist Conic? Very similar to the iron wrist we just saw, except one side is thicker than the other. Lets you focus on top or the bottom of your hand. For me, that goes into Pro. Let's move to the Pronator ellipsoid. Really nice grip for pronation, supination, rising. Great feel, but not essential. Goes in advanced beginner. The Pronator cylinder, same purpose as the previous one, just a different grip. Switching between these two occasionally can be good to break habits into Pro. Now, the multi-spinners. You can do almost everything you want with these, from every angle. Pronation, supination, rising, cupping, side pressure, back pressure, press, everything. You can train with the thumb or not. That goes into the starter pack. And if you want a video about all the exercise you can do with the multi-spinners, ask me in the comments, maybe I'll do one. Before writing this video, I didn't see much points about the multi-spinner lights if you already have some multi-spinners. Then I realized, if you always have to go super light in your training because the handle is too thick, how are you gonna learn to connect the wrist with your arm if it's too heavy for your hand and too light for your arm? Because in training, when the handles are too thick and too hard, your wrist gets destroyed, but your arm feels nothing. That's the part of the light version. It's thinner and easier, so you can put heavy weights that hits the wrist and the arm. Perfect for developing that connection. Goes into advanced beginner. Another multi-spinner handle, the Con tool. I don't know if you can tell, but it's huge. Even for me, with big hands, it's super hard. Unless you're going against giants like Levan, you'll never be in that hand position. And the strap isn't long enough to wrap around my hand, but if I flip it, now we're talking. It's much closer to a low-end Toproll hand shape, so yeah, it can definitely be useful, especially for my style. But it's still way too specific, so it goes in Pro. Now the Toproll Counter, known for being used by Hermes, probably the best handle for training wrist and fingers. With the frame you can adjust the intensity to focus more on finger or wrists. Perfect if you don't have many weights at home. You can still progress. If you got 20 kilos, start at hold 1, then move up as you get stronger. And you can use the strap or not, it's up to you. Advanced beginner. And my all-time favorite handle, the multi-spinner. Works for every technique, covers a wide range of movements, inside, outside, press. It's perfect. so it's my #1 pick. Now you've got all the info to choose the right gear. If you have questions, drop them in the comments and check the link in the description. I'm gonna try to ask for my starter pack to get directly on the Titan Grip website, so it's easier for you to buy. And see you soon in Berlin.